What's up, Karptastic ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode in this PTCGO series. Today is Wednesday, and I am very happy to have you here with me for the Wizard Wednesday challenge. In this challenge, the deck wizard from the PTCGO creates a deck for us based around a certain Pokemon duo. After the deck has been generated, I get to adjust the list, but my final list may not have more than 10 differences with the original deck wizard's list. So I need to pick carefully what cards I take out, what cards I put in order to make the original list as viable as it can be, because in the end we are going to go into the versus ladder and find ourselves some opponents to see if we can pull off a win. Now, in the last episode we built a deck, or the deck wizard built a deck around Aggron EX and Aggron Stage 2 from Breakthrough. It was really awesome battles with that deck, I must say. So if you haven't checked out that video, certainly do so. And I asked your feedback for today's Pokemon duo, but I didn't get any feedback, so I will pick the Pokemon duo myself, and it will be Aggron EX here. Aggron, the mighty Pokemon. Look at that card. That's a beautiful card. And then Bronzong with the Metal Link's ability for energy acceleration. We will allow the deck to be built for standard, so we are already set to go. Let's see what the PTCGO deck wizard gives us. Okay, wow. Well, this is already going to be a tough challenge. Look at that. So we have some Kangaskhan EX, that's okay. For some reason, 4 Rayquaza EX, and then the Dragon type Mega Rayquaza EX, 4 of those as well, and only one Aggron. I am actually a bit disappointed. Why are we only getting one Aggron? And one Mega Aggron EX, a 4/4 line of Bronzong, 1 Eco Arm, 4 energy retrieval, 2 Pokeball, which is actually not too bad. I can work with that. 2 Pokemon Catcher, that's okay as well. An Archie's Ace in the Hole, why not? Because yeah, look at all those water Pokemon in our deck. 4 AZ, Steven, 1 Steven. And then actually this is a good stadium. I am surprised the PTCGO deck wizard gave us this stadium. Reverse Valley, which allows us to, which decreases the damage done to our metal Pokemon by 10, if I believe so. I can't rotate it. It's a text here at the top, but I can't rotate the card to allow you to read it. And then 2 Ampharos Spirit Link, our lucky charm from the first episode. 1 Heavy Boot, 8 Fire Energies, 1 Lightning Energy, and 11 Metal Energy. So I'm going to have to think carefully here, because this is not an easy list to try and make more viable. But I will do my best, and I will be right back with my adjusted list. Alright, I am back with the adjusted deck list, but before we go over the differences with the original list, let's quickly recap what is considered a difference whenever I have taken out a card, whenever I have replaced a card, whenever I have put in a new card or lowered the count of a existing card. That is considered a difference, and there may be no more than 10 of these differences with the original list. So if we start at the top left, you can tell that the Rayquaza EXs and the Mega Rayquaza EXs have gone. I have replaced the Rayquaza EXs with Battle Compressors, 3 of those. These Battle Compressors allow us to discard metal energies, which we can then get back from our discard pile using the Metal Links. We can Metal Link onto the Aggron EXs on our bench, because these Aggron EXs need a lot of energies to be powered up, especially for the Raging Hammer attack, which needs 2 metal energies, 2 colorless energies, does 60 damage as the base, and then 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So if this Aggron has 120 damage on it, it does 180 damage total to the opponent's active Pokemon, which is pretty insane. But again, we need a lot of energies to power it up, and that's why we use Battle Compressor in combination with the Bronzong. So the first change is the replacement of the Rayquazas EXs with Battle Compressor. Then I replaced the Mega Rayquazas with 3 Ultra Balls to search out our Pokemon a little bit. I then also increased the count of the Aggron EXs from 1 to 4, because I gotta be honest, I can't do much with only 1 Aggron EX, so I had to increase that count. That's a third change. Then number 4 is that I replaced the Pokeballs. They are gone, the 2 Pokeballs. I replaced those with 4 VS Seekers. Number 5 is that I lowered the count of the AZs from 4 to 2. I think 2 is more than enough. The AZs can be used to pick up a Bronzong when it is licensed out, or when we start out with a Bronzong. Same goes for the Kangaskhan EX here. Then number 6 is I put in 1 Pokemon Center Lady. This is to heal up the Aggron EX a bit, because we will want to have damage on the Aggron EX, but when it has got damage on it, it's easy to knock out. So at some point we might want to heal it up. Then we will do a little bit less damage with the Raging Hammer, but at least we might be able to use it one more time because we healed up. Then let's see, we are at number 7. Number 7 is I put in 2 Birches for draw support, obviously. And then I also replaced number 8. I replaced the Ampharos Spirit Links with 4 Sycamores for draw support as well. And that leaves 2 more changes, and the last 2 changes are the replacement of the Fire Energies with 3 DCEs. No need for Fire Energies in this deck, but DCEs, they come in handy to power up Aggron's attacks. And finally, number 10 is the fact that I put in Fighting Fury Belts, and these Fighting Fury Belts synergize very well with Aggron EX. It gives Aggron EX 220 hit points, which means we can take more damage, and if we can take more damage, we can put more damage out with the Raging Hammer attack, as well as the fact that this Fighting Fury Belt adds 10 damage to our attacks. And that's it. As you can tell, there are still some cards in this deck which are not useful at all, like this Lightning Energy, like the Archie's Ace in the Hole, this Mega Kangaskhan EX, as well as the Mega Aggron EX. But I had to leave this in because I already reached my maximum amount of changes that I was allowed to make. So I chose to leave those in and make changes elsewhere. And I think we should be able to pull off a win with this list in the versus ladder, but we shall see very soon, because this is the end of the deck analysis and it's time for us to go into the battles. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel for more competitive decks, for more silly decks, and for more fun deck ideas. And also don't forget to leave a comment with the Pokemon duo that you want to see featured in next Wednesday's Wizard Deck Challenge. Alright, see you in the battles. Alright, our second opponent of the day, because the first one conceded somewhere halfway through the game, which I think was going to be a pretty interesting game, because it was against Greninja. But our second opponent is 013. Oh, it kind of reminds me of James Bond here, although the outfit is completely contradictory to James Bond's style. We start out with nothing in our hand. Well, we get 7 cards, but nothing of value, nothing that we can use to put in the active spot. And oh no, we start off with a Bronzor. Not very good. At least we have a Sycamore for draw supports. We'll have to at some point pick up that Bronzor. We are facing an Eevee. Huh. So I think I will, for now, attach this Metal Energy. I will also put down the Stadium, because otherwise I will have to discard it. And I will go for this Sycamore. Fortunately, we have to discard the Bronzong and that, pardon me, that Pokemon Catcher. And here is a Battle Compressor. Let's take a look. We don't have any energies in our discard pile yet. Do we have a Bronzong in our hands? We don't. So I will actually just Battle Compress 1 energy, if you can find one. And then I will Battle Compress this Archie, because it's useless, as well as any other useless cards that we don't want to see. For example, the Mega Kangaskhan EX. Oh, there it is. We have no need to see that, so we'll go with that. And make our deck a little bit more consistent. And then we'll end our turn. Next turn, I think I will attach a DCE to the Aggron EX. And then go for the Sycamore. Then we have these 2 energies in our discard pile for the Metal Links. And here comes a Lightning Energy for the Jolteon. Jolteon with the electric effect. Each of your stage 1 Pokemon in play is now a lightning Pokemon in addition to its existing type. And we top deck some more metal energies. So we'll be discarding 3 metal energies instead of the 2 that I was talking about. Which is okay because again we have the metal links from the Bronzongs to get them back. If we can get some Bronzongs, which we apparently cannot. So that's a bit unfortunate. I'll attach a Fighting Fury Belt. And then I'll retreat this Bronzong. This Jolteon does have metal resistance, -20. That's interesting to note. So we'll retreat here, and then we'll end our turn. The turn after that, we could hit for a Steel Headbutt. Our opponent could hit for Thunder Blast, discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. Okay, it counters our Stadium. Oh my goodness, Team Flag Grunts. Are you kidding me? We'll hit for a Thunder Blast for 80. Oh. That is not good here. That is not good. So I think I will scoop up this Aggron. Get rid of that damage. Promote this Bronzong. We'll put it down again. Attach an energy. That way we can power it up on the bench. And then we will go for another Sycamore here. We need our Bronzongs as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we were not able to draw into any at the moment. It's kind of strange because we have so many in our deck. So next turn we'll go for the Sycamore. Yeah, it's very strange. We have that many in our deck and we cannot draw into them. And there is an Ampharos EX. Okay. Will our opponents keep attacking with the Jolteon? That's the question. It does seem like my opponent will. It's a pretty interesting choice here. So unfortunately we'll have to promote the Aggron EX once more here. Because I don't want to lose any other Bronzors. And there is another Aggron EX. At least we got that going. We need our Bronzongs. Where are they? And we miss out again. Are you kidding me? We'll discard this Sycamore as well as this Aggron and get a Bronzong going. We really need it. We only have 2 left. So that means 1 is prized and then 1 is in the discard pile. Finally we can start using our Metal Links. That was about time here. About time. About damn time indeed. And then we'll go for the Battle Compressor. Battle Compressing. The Mega Aggron, and maybe no, we'll keep the Kangaskhan. Oh, for sure the Pokemon Center lady, so we can heal up, as well as this Heavy Boot. I think that's pretty good, and we are down to 15 cards, just like that. We'll end our turn, and then hopefully next turn we can get a DCE. That would be pretty nice. Getting a DCE. There is a Spirit Link. With the DCE we could hit for a Raging Hammer. We will get hit for 80. That's what I think. At least I think what we will see. Oh, my opponent does not get an energy attachment. That is pretty interesting. So we will just Metal Links and get those energies back from our discard pile slowly but surely. And then I think we could go for another Sycamore. We do have 1, 2 VS Seekers in our discard pile already, so maybe not. Maybe I will just keep attaching metal energies for now. I will hit for that Steel Headbutt with resistance. Next turn we can hit for the Raging Hammer, also with resistance, but that would knock out the Jolteon. So I think my opponent is going to let the Jolteon be knocked out. That's what it seems like. And Metal Links again. We nearly have 2 Aggrons powered up. Wow, it took us a while, but we are getting there. 2 Aggrons. Raging Hammer for the knockout on the Jolteon. It does have resistance. That's okay. It is a knockout anyways. This turn we could get hit for 100 damage. That would actually be enough. If we get hit for 100 damage, we could hit or knock out the Ampharos EX. Oh no, because it also has metal resistance. This metal resistance is doing us no favors here. Oh, and oh my goodness, a Exavolt Mega Ampharos EX. That is a problem. Actually, it's not that big of a problem because we could use the Pokemon Center Lady to heal up and get rid of the paralysis. That's definitely a possibility. But before we do so, we'll Metal Links and we'll also start powering up the Kangaskhan. That metal resistance though, that is a bummer that we are facing that. So we'll go with the Pokemon Center Lady, heal up that Aggron, get rid of the paralysis, and go for a Raging Hammer for nearly the knockout. 150. We just need to do 40 more and the Mega Ampharos will be down. So hopefully we can get rid of this Ampharos on the bench before it gets evolved into a Mega Ampharos EX. Oh no! Are you kidding me? My opponent manages to get rid of that damage. We get hit for one time, but we stay alive. Can you believe it? We stay alive. That is a mistake from my opponent here. Wow, that is a big mistake. My opponent should have knocked us out. I don't know why my opponent left us alive. That is a very big mistake in my opinion. We shall go for the Birch. See if we can get something from the Birch. Get tails. Okay, that's good. I don't want to get heads actually because we are already down low to 9 cards left in our deck. And we also get a Fighting Fury Belt, which we will attach. I will go for the knockout here for a ton of damage. Raging Hammer. It does its name. Well, it does its name worthy. Is that how you say it? What a rage it was. 260 with resistance. Can you believe it? And here is a Lysander. If only we had the AZ still, that would have been nice, but we don't. So that's a problem. You do have the energy here, with which you can go for a Kindred Kick. Kindred Kick for heads, hitting for 100 damage. My opponent needs a... What does my opponent need actually? A DCE. Does not get a DCE, passes a turn. But this Mega Ampharos EX will get knocked out here. We will retreat and go for the knockout. Take the win. Game 2 against a Mega Ampharos EX that we hit for maximum damage with the Raging Hammer. 260, actually 280, but the resistance brings it down to 260. Wow, wow, wow. This Raging Hammer can in fact knock out a Wailord if the Ampharos, if the Aggron has 210 damage on it. Look at that, that is amazing. I think that was a pretty good match here, a pretty good showcase of the power of Aggron EX, even in a subpar deck list generated by the deck wizard. Aggron EX manages to pull off a win. I'm having a ton of fun here at the moment. I think we should find ourselves maybe one more final opponent for today. And our final opponent of the day is Zuzukos with another lightning and colorless deck. Again, a lightning and a colorless deck. Huh. Is this another Ampharos deck? We will go first for sure here. And let's see here. We start off with 4 Sycamores. Are you kidding me? 4 Sycamores. And no basic. That means we have to redraw our hands. And we get Bronzor. Not ideal. Bronzor, 2 Sycamores. Well, it didn't allow me to put it in the active spot for some reason. That was kind of strange. Oh man, this is a terrible hand. We are facing Manectric and Ampharos. I think I'll have to discard a DCE here. As sad as that is. Yeah, I'll have to do that. We need some more cards. We start off with a terrible hand and we get another terrible hand. We will use the Pokemon catcher to capture the Ampharos. Stall a little bit because we are in trouble here. We are drawing into nothing, and drawing into nothing is not what you want to do. Thunder Rods for some energies. 1 energy, 2 energies from those 4 cards on the top of my opponent's deck. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we'll have to go for another Sycamore. Another Sycamore. That's our only option at the moment. We'll put down the stadium. Might as well, otherwise it's going to go to waste if we just discard it. And we get nothing once again. Once again, nothing here. So I actually will discard this here, and that's the Archie and the Metal Energy, and I'll go for an Aggron. Then I'll put down the Aggron, I'll attach the Fighting Fury Belt and the DCE, and we'll try to catch her one more time. Catch her, it fails this time. That's too bad. I'll probably have to let this Bronzor be knocked out. My opponent can hit for 100 damage the turn after that, and we don't want to have 100 damage on the Aggron EX just yet. So we are definitely behind in the game at the moment. We couldn't draw into anything really. We got terrible draws from the Sycamores. Like, what was that all about? And here we'll see probably a Spirit Link for the Mega Ampharos EX. I'm guessing we will see that. Professor's Letter. Oh, no Spirit Link. Professor's Letter for more energies. My opponent already has 4 in play. Well, what more does my opponent want? It's a very greedy opponent here. So many energies. So we'll get hit by a Sparkling Tail for 100 damage. Knocking out the Bronzong. Bronzor. We have 4 metal energies in our discard pile. We should be able to draw into some more with the Sycamore. Here is Bronzong. Bronzor. Oh, I keep messing it up. Wow, 3 more. Look at that. At least we have that. And then another metal energy. We will hit for the Steel Headbutt. Tails, resistance, no, that's not good. That's not good at all. All the while, our opponent starts powering up that Manectric. We also see a Lugia. Lots of powerful Pokemon there. Lugia and Manectric. Hit for 100 damage. We do have 120 hit points left. I'll attach this energy. And I'll go for the Raging Hammer for the knockouts. But we might go down next turn. Yeah, we will go down next turn if my opponent has another energy, which he does. So that is a problem. My opponent will hit for 120 onto the Aggron EX. So we'll have to promote this Bronzor. And then we can put down the Aggron EX and start powering that up. I want to get a Team Flag Grunt from the Steven. I'm not sure what he's going to use it for, because this Aggron EX is about to go down. Assault Laser. Oh, wait, no, we stayed alive thanks to the stadium. I completely forgot about that. We stay alive thanks to the stadium. That's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. I completely forgot about that. So we'll go for a Bronzong. With the Ultra Ball, we only have one left, only 1 Bronzong. That's not a lot, but I think it will do. It will do here for now. We'll Metal Links and get an energy onto the Aggron. Then we'll use our Battle Compressor and see if we don't want to see anything like this Mega Kangaskhan. I don't want to see that. I will leave in the rest of these in the deck, because we are already down to 18 cards, and after this Sycamore we will be down to 11 cards. But we do get another Fighting Fury Belt and some more energies. So we'll go for the knockout here. Raging Hammer for maximum damage. Again with the resistance. I can't believe it that we in 2 games we get hit for 200. We have 210 damage on it, on our Aggron EX. Wow, that stadium, it's so easy to forget about the stadiums that are in play. So easy to forget, but that's saved us a big time and saved our asses. And we have another stadium here if our stadium gets countered. The only thing we need to do to win the game is knock out the Lugia EX, which maybe we could with this Aggron at some point. Let's count it up. We got hit for 110 there. That means we will get hit for the same amount when we promote this Aggron EX. For sure. So this Aggron should stay alive. We can fully power it up. We can also start powering up another Aggron. I don't know where this Bronzong came from. I thought we only had one left. I must have not seen that correctly. So we'll start powering up the Aggron here on the bench with the Metal Links and get that ready to roll. And I will attach this energy and we will hit for a steel headbutt. Hopefully we can flip heads. Yes, we do. 90 damage onto the Lugia. Next turn, it is game here. It will go down. If you had told me at the start, I don't think I would have believed we would have been pulling off this game, because wow, we had a pretty bad start, pretty rough start with that lone Bronzor in the active spot. Right now, I think we have the game here. Whatever our opponent does, we should have it. Oh, wow, that was big. That discard though, from the DCE, that can actually mess us up a lot. And we get Pokemon Center Lady, so no, okay, we would have stayed alive the turn after that as well with the Pokemon Center Lady. Our opponent concedes before we can even heal up and attach an energy. So against 2 electric decks, we took the win today. It seems like Metal Aggron is viable against electric decks despite the resistance. And this was actually a pretty short game, so I might go for actually one more last game. I know I tend to do that. I tend to say we go for one more game, and actually I do for one more final game, and then after that I go for one more game, so we might as well do it today. Alright, the final game of today is against FCO Vega with a water and a colorless deck, so maybe it is a Greninja deck. We'll see here. No lightning Pokemon, luckily enough. We have seen enough lightning Pokemon for today. We have to go second. Shucks. Well, we'll have to work around going second, see what we can do. We start off with Kangaskhan or Aggron. I think I'll start off with Kangaskhan. Then we can go for a triple draw. Have some draw support that way, and we'll put the Aggron on the bench. We don't have any draw support in our hands, so that's another reason why I wanted to start off with the Kangaskhan. And it is a Gyarados EX deck, which can hit for a ton of damage, even gets a Fighting Fury belt attached. That's kind of strange. So maybe this is not a Mega Gyarados EX deck, but just a regular Gyarados EX deck. And here is a Battle Compressor. I will Battle Compress a Birch, so we can use that with the VS Seeker. The Archie, as well as an energy for the Metal Links if we can get that going at some point. We'll attach the Fighting Fury belt, the Metal Energy, and we'll go for the Birch. Hopefully flip heads, and that way we preserve those Bronzongs as well. And we don't flip heads, we flip tails, of course. Another Battle Compressor, which I will discard. Another Metal Energy, this Mega Kangaskhan EX, and the Mega Aggron EX. No need to see those. Then we'll put down this Aggron, and we will draw into 3 more cards with the triple draw. We get an Ultra Ball. Not what we want to see here. Not at all what we want to see. I'll have to use the Ultra Ball to get a Bronzor, and then we can evolve into the Bronzong. probably have to discard the AZ and a Bronzong for a Stormy Seas, and this means the wow, 5 heads. We will see 5 energy cards attached to this Gyarados. Are you kidding me? Look at that, 6 in total with the one that was already on it. That's insane. Oh, we do top deck it, the Bronzong, the Bronzor. Ah, I keep messing up. We'll leave the Kangaskhan in the active spot. We could get hit for Splash Burn. It's 130 and then 10 damage to each of your bench Pokemon, but that's for my opponent. So we will get hit for 130 plus 10 from the Fighting Fury belt, which means the Kangaskhan will stay alive. So we'll hit for a triple draw, and then we can pick it up with the AZ after that. Look at a Sycamore right now. And here my opponent attaches to the Manaphy. Of course, because why would my opponent attach to the Gyarados? There's no point in doing so. Okay, so here is the Bronzong. We will Metal Link, get 1 energy on the Aggron, and then we will attach a Lightning Energy, I suppose. Yeah, and I will promote the Aggron in the active spots and hit for the Steel Headbutt. We'll discard this Eco Arm and a Sycamore. We'll go for another Bronzor. So we could evolve into the Bronzong the turn after that and start powering up the Aggron EX on the bench. Steel Headbutt it is. Hopefully we can flip heads. Yes, we do. He hits for 90. So the Gyarados is down to half health, and we will stay alive for sure. I don't see us getting knocked out in any possible way unless my opponent Mega evolves here, but then he will have to pass the turn. Oh, Pokemon Center Lady. But still, if we get hit for 140, we will do with the Raging Hammer 210 damage to this Gyarados. Flash Burn for 140, and indeed we will knock out the Gyarados. I even get a Pokemon Center Lady, but we need an energy here, so I won't be able to use the Pokemon Center Lady right now. I will Metal Links onto the Aggron here on the bench. And Metal Links again. And then we will go for a Sycamore, and hopefully we can get another Metal Energy with that Sycamore. This Manaphy can hit for 60, which wouldn't be a knockout on the Aggron in the active spot. And there is Metal Energy, excellent stuff here. And even a Fighting Fury belt for the Aggron on the bench. And we'll hit for that Raging Hammer for massive amount of damage. 210 damage on that Gyarados. Poor Gyarados. Poor Gyarados. Wow. So we have the VS Seeker here. We could heal off the damage from the Manaphy. Because we'll get hit for 60. Unless my opponent concedes here, that could be a possibility. Oh, a Froakie. So there is some Greninja in my opponent's deck. And that's pretty interesting. And a Protection Cube. Huh. That is pretty interesting here. Mineral Pump for 60 on the Aggron. Which means I'll actually leave that damage on the Aggron. Why the heck not? And I'll put down this Stadium. Because this Froakie can hit for 20. But 20 minus the 10 from the Stadium is only 10, which means we would stay alive. I just want to hit for that massive amount of damage here. That's all I want to do. And I think that is what I will do as well. We'll hit for 270. Look at that. Wow. Wow, just wow. We are steamrolling my opponent right now. Can we get back up to 210 damage? Can we see that 210 damage again on the Aggron EX? That would be insane. My opponent needs, oh no, so we won't see it. This will be the end of today's episode. This will be the end of the matchup. Unnecessary damage onto the Froakie there. completely unnecessary. Poor Froakie got demolished. Wow. And we get a token. Yeah, just a tournament ticket. I've got about 400 of those, so I'm not really in any need of those at the moment. So let's take a look at the stats. We hit for 840 damage. Aggron EX MVP, biggest attack 270. Wow. I think I'll actually try and make a deck, a real deck around Aggron EX. It's not going to be competitive at all. It's going to be a fun deck, but I think a lot of fun is to be had with Aggron EX, as we saw today with a deck from the deck wizard. So I think I might actually do that. For now, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel for more similar content, for more competitive deck ideas, and for more fun deck ideas. I hope you have a very nice day. I hope you have a truly Karp-tastic day, and I will see you next time.
Karp, 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 Karp.